So this is the second video on how Leviathan manifests in narcissism. And the first one I'm going to talk about is conceited, okay? A person who is dealing with narcissism, especially when it's dealing with Leviathan, they are a very conceited person. You will notice that they will take their level of cleanness, their level of what they wear, their level of their appearance to a different level than someone like you and me. And the reason why this can be is for a couple of reasons. Reason number one is they probably was talked about. They probably have some low insecurities within themselves. So they go above and beyond to put themselves out there and to make themselves stand out. Reason number two is I'm going to say is the past experiences that they have experienced with certain people or with themselves. One thing is when you are carrying demons and devils on the inside of you, they will lie to you. They will tell you that you don't look good. They will tell you that, point out the little blemishes within yourself. They will literally make you critique yourself to a point where it's really just lies. And it's because the enemy don't like who we are because we are the image of Christ. So for a person who is a narcissist, or just a person who is dealing with these conceited insecurities, they believe these lies. They don't know that these lies are lies. They take them on as truths, and their eyes see exactly what it is that the enemy is telling them. So they come off very arrogant and conceited. This is why they have a hard time giving compliments to other people, because really they want all the compliments. The next manifestation of this Leviathan spirit is control. Because they are a very prideful person, control is one of the main manipulation strategies that they use. And they will try to use this control by using higher level up people that can help their agenda or help them push the agenda that they are after. So if you are a person who have kids with this person, they may use the court system, and then they will try to use going all the way up far as the judge instead of a magistrate. Or if you're working with this person, they will try to be buddy with the head boss, so that when they notice little things that other people are doing, guess what? They're the first one to influence that boss. So this type of person is always looking to go to higher levels versus a lower level, because ultimately they want that position that person have. So this is how Leviathan works in narcissism, through control. Now, there's other ways of control as well, but these are the ones that I believe God wanted me to point out. And you probably can relate to this about this control and how they use higher level up to control you. One of the things I realized personally is when a person such as a narcissist cannot control you anymore the way that they used to, they like to try to control you through systems, mainly court systems. And that's especially if you have children with them. I know I have a few clients that is actually dealing with this themselves. The person is constantly taking them back and forth to court. And they're like, it just seems like they can't lit up, right? And so the clients, they get very frustrated. They also start to be like, when is this going to come to an end? But one of the things God has showed me, especially in 1 Peter, is that we're going to go through suffering. We're going to go through trials. We're going to go through different things that is uncomfortable for us. But guess what? It's all for the glory of God. And you got to partake in that suffering. And we don't get to pick and choose what suffering we take. But here's the thing. We also reap what we sow. And because we have gotten to these relationships with these narcissists, okay, the thing is you're going to reap some things even when you have left this narcissist, especially if you have children with them. Don't think that the devil is going to loosen up his control just because you left. No, now they're going to use the children as leverage. The last one I want to mention is contention. Always strife. There's always some type of disagreement. There's always some type of dispute. There's always something. They're not a person that can settle their matter with you, because ultimately they want the control. So they're going to take it to the higher levels as far as they think they need to go, all because they want to control you. And so it's this constant thing where you like, hey, we could just solve this ourselves. They're like, no, we can't. Even when you're married to this type of person, they will give you the silent treatment simply because they don't want to solve the issue. They don't know how to solve issues. One thing that's coming to me right now is that some of these people don't know how to solve the issues, probably because this is coming from their childhood, and they probably was always shut down or told, go to your room, be quiet. They never was able to express themselves. And so now as adults, it's carried over into the narcissist, and now they don't know how to express herself. Now they don't know how to come to an agreement to cancel the dispute. But this is the reason why they're doing this, is because ultimately they want control. They want their way however that looks, and they don't want you to quote unquote win. So when you're dealing with a narcissist, it's all about the win for them. So this is where that contention is coming from. This is where that control is also coming from. It can kind of tie in together depending on if you have children with this person, divorcing this person. You get the point, right? And so if you want more information and you are ready to learn about narcissism to defeat this thing and not just hear about it, but really get educated on it, then this may be the page for you. So go ahead and hit that follow. And as you probably already seen, there's some books that I have put out before you. So you can also purchase those books on my website, and the link have already been provided to you. So until next time, you all be blessed.